Hey everybody, it's Erin and we are going to make some quick gifts. Now, at Christmas time, everybody gets swamped and we're always looking for some really fast and easy gifts that are super simple to make but look really pretty. So I gave my kids a job. Their job was to eat Pringles. So they had, I told them, because they had the giant Pringles cans, I was like, oh, I could cut them in half. And I was like, wait a minute. I know there's tinier ones, and there's actually ones that are smaller than this. This is what I would call like the medium size, because the big ones are like 2 of these combined. But there is even actually a smaller one, and these things are not super expensive. And let me tell you, my kids were ecstatic at the fact that I told them, because I needed 5, that we went and got them. They were $1 each at Target, but at a local grocery store, we have H-E-B here in the Austin area. There was the shorter ones and they were like 59 cents. So they were super happy. They got to take Pringles for lunch and they got to snack at them. It took them a day between the 3 of them to annihilate them. And I had one kid who liked sour cream and the other one liked Pringle, the regular 2 of them like this one. So he got lucky because he was the only one who had to eat this one. All right. The first step that you want to do is obviously you want to clean the inside, because you're going to have potato chip pieces, because we're going to put cookies in here. So this is a perfect little cookie container so that your cookies don't get smashed. And just think about, you don't have to give a bajillion of them. You don't even have to fill it all the way up to the top if you don't want to. But you know, about 6 cookies would fit in here quite nicely or something. And everybody loves giving something. But obviously I don't want to give them just Pringles can. We're going to decorate it. But this is so easy. Okay. I took scrapbook paper and I measured from top to bottom. The width of what you need is 4.5 inches. And so in a 12-inch scrapbook page, you're going to get 2 of these sections that are just going to wrap around. I mean, how simple is that, right? Look how pretty that looks already, and it's not even done. Okay, so what I did is I pulled out all these papers, and these came from Paper House Productions. And I picked the neutral colors, meaning I picked the ones that were simple. I screwed up when I did the dots, and I actually cut it just a tiny bit too short. So otherwise I probably would have done another gold. But I have 2 of the brown, 2 of the snowflake, and then I have 1 of the gold, because the back side is just a little too busy because I'm going to put a tag on the front. Another sheet of paper, and I could have used the back side of this. That would look really pretty, but I like the gold better. So that's what I went with. There's another sheet of paper from Paper House Productions out of their 2017 Christmas line that is all these different tags. And this is this big page of tags, and I absolutely loved this one. So I thought this one would look really pretty over top of the gold. And I cut it narrower so that way you could still see the gold circle shining through. So that was my idea also. Sorry, I've got my ruler off the side here. That was my idea also for this one. I could take a really pretty, for instance, this one right here, this tag, or this big white one, and it wouldn't look so drab because you're putting something really pretty on top of it. And then with the white ones that I've got, I could take another one like these, especially with the gold foiling. I love that look. Or the joy. And also for like, they're so pretty. I like the ones that actually say something on them. And just as a heads up, again, every time I am doing something crafty every day, and this is my crafty thing for the day, I am going to be putting something in my December daily. So what is left over is going to be a couple of these fun little tags that I'm going to cut down to size to be able to fit in my December daily. And there is a giveaway for my December daily. It is a giveaway from Xyron. Now, this is the big creative station, and I'm actually giving away the light, which is the smaller one. So all you need to do is leave a comment on any video that has something to do with my December daily, including videos like this, or also videos that are me actually doing the December daily, which is every Sunday. So make sure you come back every Sunday, leave a comment, and you are ready to go. Okay, so to begin with, I have my permanent adhesive in my big creative station, because what I can do is I can run my large sheet of paper and also my little insert in at the same time, and this could not be simpler. All you do is you put them in, you roll, and I'm just going to do one with you on camera, maybe 2. They're so simple. Roll, cut it. I mean, we're really, you know, making this super hard so far. And then you pull off the front, just like that. And what we have is we've created these and we've turned them into giant stickers. So at this point, I'm going to take my Pringles can, take the lid off, pull off the front sticky like you see right there, And then you're just going to stick this down. Now make sure you line this up. This is why I had to recut, because I wanted to make sure that I got the right measurement width to cover up all of the red. And I didn't want to cover up. I don't mind if I cover up a little bit at the bottom. I think that's perfectly fine. But I did not want to cover up any of the lid, the top part, because that's what secures the lid. And if I got this on top, the lid may not go secure. And that's kind of defeating the purpose of turning this into a little cookie holder. So just run it through. And ta-da, see, look, that's it. Whee! Look how hard that was. Now I'm going to take my pretty tag, absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to keep the seam for the back. And I'm just really going to make sure that I rub along the seam just to make sure that it's getting nice and secure. This adhesive is amazing. All right, so I'm going to find the front side, and I'm going to measure, basically I'm going to center this top to bottom, and I'm going to lay this on here and make sure I lay it nice and straight. You got a little bit of wiggle room before you have this completely secured, and that's it. Done. How hard was that, right? It took less than 5 minutes. Now, I know I did my cutting ahead of time, but to cut your paper, to stick it in adhesive, to stick it on your jar, I mean, I know I washed these ahead of time, but it really did not take long at all. This is such a super easy thing. And then you can place your little homemade goodies. You do not have to just put cookies in here. You could put popcorn in here. You could put homemade whatever you want. Anything that you would want to put in a little container. If you make like party mix or puppy chow, this is perfect because it's already food safe. That's the beauty of this. And all I did was literally, I took this because I washed it in my tap. For inside here, I shook it really well to get all of the little crumbs out, and then I took a damp paper towel and wiped the inside just to get the leftover pieces of potato chip. Now, not all of them are going to have this big tag. Some of them are going to have a smaller tag. So let's make one with a smaller tag on, let's do it on the brown, let's do it on the white. I already have the white out. Now, to help save space on your sticker maker when you're running these, what you could do is instead of doing them at single batches, I would line up and fill up this space with more tags that I was using, or try and butt this piece over to run the next one. I mean, there's lots of ways to try and save space when running them and not do them just one at a time. So I went ahead and ran the rest of my papers, and just to show you what I mean by getting as much space in as possible, layering up and getting as many pieces. Now, I told you that I shortchanged myself on the dot, so I thought, well, why can't I layer? And that's what got me thinking, well, let me just go ahead and run them all. And then, like, see, you can layer up your tags all in one space. So what I mean by layer is, let's take a piece. So I'm taking a piece that's already from the other section. I'm going to go ahead and layer this on right now. This is a plan B for if you wanted to do your little containers. Go ahead and layer down. Now, you could go ahead and put this down on here, but I want to make sure I get this centered in the front and it doesn't come near a seam. And we're wrapping it around, and it does fit. It's a little longer because it wraps around and fits a little bit more than the actual jar. So I'm going to go ahead and open this guy up, peel this off, just like we did before. Doesn't matter where you started on here because you're just going to end up layering it all the way around. You're going to create your own new front and back. Make sure this really gets stuck down. And then just start rolling it around. I always like making them a little bit longer rather than a little bit, than being the perfect length. Longer meaning going around longer, because then it can come back and it can stick to itself, and it just gives it that much more security in terms of fitting on your jar. Now I completely, look how I mislined that. So before I completely narrow that down, I want this band, that looks better. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just wanted it to be better. Make sure it's all stuck down. Your adhesive is going to do its work. There we go. Then you come in with your tag. Now, for this tag, I didn't shorten it. This tag, I shortened it top and bottom. If you notice there's a difference in height, I actually trimmed it down because it was wider and I wanted to be able to see the dots. This one's narrower, so I'm going to still be able to see stuff, so I kept the full length. And I'm going to find the front and then just stick it down. So this is a fun way of using up some of those tags that you get on your papers. You know, they look like Project Life tags or whatever you want to call them. stick it down, and you are good to go. Look how simple that is. And then it adds that little extra bit of gold oomph on the front, which I think is really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and create the rest of them, and then you guys can see them in a minute. So here they are, my fun little cookie containers from Pringles cans that I've used the Paper House Productions papers, and these ones are called Christmas Joy. Super simple, right? Christmas Joy. And there's some really beautiful papers in them. I've created 5 because I've got 5 little kits I'm going to be putting away, and this is just one of the things that's going to be going in this kit for some of our close friends. But you could also do this for teacher gifts. You could do this for neighborhood gifts. I mean, these are so simple. It's using up some really fun papers. They're not hard to make, and you can put whatever handmade goodies or even store-bought goodies because you've kind of handmade the front. There's so many different ways you can do that. So now is my December daily, and what I have left is I have a lot of little pieces of papers, and I kind of just hummed and hawed. Do I want to do a single? I actually cut this one. I thought, no, it's too plain. I actually wanted to create a little bit more. Okay, my little pocket that is in my December daily is the size of this envelope. That's what everything is fitting into. And I'm going to keep some of the papers because maybe I'll put this on the front. This will go on the front of the envelope. I'll trim it down even more. I think I'll do that. See, where there's a will, there's a way. So this is going to be my front little cover that goes on front. I can put the number on there for whatever day. I forget what day this is, but my mind is toast. The 15th. There we go. Today is the 15th. Okay, so we are going to trim this up, and oops, don't have that happen to you. So I definitely got to trim down to 2.5, which is super simple. Actually, I'm going to trim this smaller because I want to mat it. There, now I've just made myself a little card. And I'm going to back this onto, I never got a chance to use the straight paper, but I really do love that straight paper. And it kind of goes with the feel of what our, my book is all about. Now I want to see if this fits because I love those little reindeer down there. Ah, score, it does fit. Okay, so I'm trying to decide, do I just want to, and I do. I'm going to keep those reindeer down there. I love them. At first I was thinking I was going to mat them and then have the reindeer be in the middle, but why don't I just cut it so the reindeer just sitting on the bottom, save myself a step. I mean, why make life more difficult for myself? And I'm going to do this to 3 3/4, and let's see what the length is on that little real fast. Yeah, so then I've got a little pull tab that's sticking up. This fits there, and I'm talking to myself completely here. Which, you know, if you were sitting in my house right now, you'd realize I am purely talking to a camera. I pretend that there's a person sitting in front of the camera sometimes. It doesn't look like I'm just babbling to nobody. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my little Xyron right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuck down. Everything into a sticker. And heads up on my December daily giveaway. I am not just giving away 1 prize. I'm giving away 3 prizes of Xyron stuff. There's gonna be some little sticker makers. There's the grand prize is the Creative Station light. That's the big prize. You know what? I'm gonna ink. Do I want ink? No, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna not ink it. I'm gonna leave it plain, just for plain. And I always end up having crap sitting around my desk, and I happen to have some little jewels left over from a scrapbook layout that I did not too long ago. I never got these put away. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick of the same size 4 little gems right there. I don't want to stick that to the cover of that because that's not the envelope. I just put an envelope on my desk. So when I am creating for my December daily, I have a size comparison sitting out here because that's not committed to memory about how big to make this. So now I'm going to see what this is. And look at that. It pops right in there. A little hint of greens when you open it up. You're like, the joy. And then this will fit on the front. So I was using pieces from when I made my project to help make my piece for December daily. So instead of cleaning everything up, I just created something fun and fast that would go for the day. And I got my little reindeer in there, which kind of goes to the front cover of my December daily, which is really fun. Last thing I do want to do is I do want to comment about what I was making. I love the back of it too. It looks really pretty. I know you get to see the barcode, but I don't want to get rid of my reindeer. I like my reindeer. I'm just going to really quickly journal in here, just talking about why I use this. And I just said, made my Pringle can cookie containers today. I mean, I can't get more complicated than that. So my next step is I need to go make the cookies. So I think Snickerdoodle is on my list, and I might end up making a couple batches, and they may end up getting 2 to 3 of a couple of different cookies in there just for fun. So thanks so much for stopping by and checking out my December daily inserts, and also my cute little cookie containers made from Pringles cans. So easy, so fast, and super simple with the help of my Xyron and my big Xyron, which is sitting on my phone right now. So don't forget to subscribe for your chance to enter, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a wonderful holiday. Bye-bye.